everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Ethereum and its recent move to the upside. In fact, it's been a multi-day rally, I would call it. And you see that here, starting on the 29th of March, rallying 4.25%, followed by the 31st, 4%, additional 2.5% the next day. And today, so far, we are up 3.25%. Bringing us to a Bitcoin valuation of 0.03475. This is some pretty cool stuff. Um, don't pay attention too much on the daily here of this moving average. In fact, I'll take it out. It's not one that I usually use. It's the 80, but I was trying to see. I was just looking at different moving averages, something that we can possibly take a look at with Ethereum. But as of right now, we have reached the prior local high that we had in March, at the beginning of March, and we'll see if this continues. And we talked about this of um, if the momentum keeps going, Ethereum can push to higher highs, and I mean we're already at a $2,000. Sorry, let me get rid of that. Not relevant. Um, we already see a new high potentially with Ethereum. We crossed $2,000. Not quite as high as what we were in February, which was about $2,100. I think that's the all-time high, but we're knocking on the doorstep of that. So in my previous video, I talked about how this recent move, and this doesn't count for today, but so yesterday we were at 0.033, and I said, like, look, this is something that's happened before. I mean, it happened in the same month, and so don't get too excited just yet. But if we do continue upwards, and there are many factors that I think call for that. I mean, the recent move of altcoins in general, people might want to start taking profits off of those. Something that I did not too long ago with VeChain specifically, and I sold that back into Ethereum, and I've been calling for a run from Ethereum. It's just we don't know when. I called for the summer, spring, summer. Spring might be a little bump up, and then in the summer we have like a pretty decent rally, something that we saw here potentially where in in the spring, we kind of got this move up. We kind of consolidated back down, but it was in May, June, July, and August where we saw this amazing run up from Ethereum, and that was something that I kind of called for. But if we continue onwards like this, then who knows what will happen? I mean, we could potentially get to the top here, come back down at the end of spring, and in the beginning of summer, we see another ramp up for Ethereum. Another thing to take into consideration is the dominance, and this is something I did talk about yesterday in calling for some kind of big move from altcoins, and whether that is uh, a run from lower alts, so not Ethereum, something like with Basic Attention Token and VeChain, etc., and Uniswap. That is a possibility, or we could see a run from Ethereum. And if we really want to see a dent in the dominance, then we're gonna have to have Ethereum in that conversation as well. But if mind you, if Ethereum is going to rally, um, be prepared for your altcoin positions to bleed against Ethereum. They may rally against Bitcoin, especially if Bitcoin stays at around $60,000. A good example of that is like VeChain, right? VeChain is up 5% against Bitcoin, but because Ethereum's also rallying, it's only up, 0.5% against Ethereum. So that's kind of the scenario I'm talking about. Your US dollar valuation is going to increase, your Bitcoin valuation is going to increase, but it's probably not going to do as well as Ethereum. Cardano's another example. Cardano's up 1% against Bitcoin, but down 2.5% against Ethereum. So in scenarios like that, your altcoin positions are going to be a little interesting, where they're going to continue to increase in valuation of the US dollar as well as Bitcoin, but their Ethereum valuation might stay the same or more likely drop. But let's take a look at the dominance right now, and currently right now we're at 59.15. Yesterday when I recorded, it was 59.75 or something like that, and we're dropping even further. looking at where the 140-week moving average is, an average moving average that I do keep an eye on because it was support for dominance back in the last altcoin bubble. And it also, coincidentally, and I don't think this is significant, but it came as resistance back in 2019. Um, Seeing as we broke through this moving average, it makes me believe that there's another run for altcoins in store. The question is, and I said this again, if this is going to be an Ethereum-centric rally, because Ethereum rallying alone can bring down the dominance pretty big in a pretty good way. Or is this going to be another altcoin rally of a continuation of the rally where we see altcoins like Uniswap continue to run, basic attention token, Cardano, Chainlink, um, VeChain, like these altcoins that have already been running, and this is just going to be a continuation of that, and we see Ethereum rally further down the line. We simply don't know, and it's something that we're always we're not going to find out like now. Like we can't make that call just yet. We have to see a definitive breakout with altcoins, and also we need to see Ethereum kind of just stay the way it is, stay bleeding or stay moving sideways against Bitcoin. Um, and that would kind of give us that indication of, okay, maybe it's we're expecting some kind of altcoin run. But at the moment right now, it's still up in the air. Everything seems to be up. Every altcoin seems to be up. So right now it's a little iffy. But I'm sure we're going to see some kind of definitive move. I mean, we're already kind of seeing that definitive move this week where Bitcoin dominance has dropped 1.8788 percentage points on the dominance chart, and that's pretty significant as well. And we might see a continuation of that, so keep an eye on Bitcoin. If it makes any kind of significant moves, then we might not see like envision an altcoin rally just yet. However, if everything stays the status quo with Bitcoin and the Bitcoin dominance, then we might see that run with either the lesser altcoins or Ethereum, one or the other. And I know that these kinds of scenarios seem just very general, which is what I try to make it out to be. But I think the more important thing is to make sure that your portfolio is set up in such a way that it is taking advantage of any kind of opportunity that you might have. You have a basket of altcoins, you have Ethereum, you have Bitcoin. You might even have stable coins in your portfolio as well to catch those opportunities as well. So keep that in mind, stay vigilant, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.